Jesus Christ taught cannibalism. He broke bread, passed it to his disciples, and said, "This is my flesh. Eat." He took a glass of wine, I don't know what they would have called it then. Some kind of ceramic, a clay cup with wine, and said, "This is my blood. Drink." What kind of God with a big G, or God with a little g, feeds himself to his followers, and then says that until they have entered into the kingdom of their Father, they will not drink from the vine. What kind of God eats himself? You've been told and taught that God the Father is Spirit, and that God the Son is both spirit and man. But Jesus spoke that those who had seen the Son had also seen the Father. Jesus taught cannibalism. Christians are cannibals. They feed on the life of a little g God who sacrificed himself. Any number of you who hear this are capable of doing the things that Jesus did. Jesus taught that there's no greater love than to die for a friend. His disciples taught that he was the pure and holy sacrifice for all men's sins. John wrote that because God so loved the world, he sent his one and only begotten Son, that whosoever may believe in him shall not die, but have everlasting life. So is Jesus dead or is he alive? Is something that might startle people, since Jesus took death into himself. And people may say, the yeasty, the real religious types, they may say, but he overcame death. And yet he taught his disciples to eat his flesh and drink his blood. They wouldn't drink from the vine until they had returned to him in his Father's kingdom, to drink his blood again. If you can accept this, then you should. Throughout time and the progression of men's belief, men have sacrificed children and women, infants, grown men, young girls, to gods. And they have boiled their flesh or eaten their flesh raw. And they have drank their blood. Jesus Christ taught cannibalism. It's not that great of a break. But maybe in God's divine wisdom, as a creator of wisdom, he saw fit to use his only begotten Son to mimic what people had done for thousands of years before Jesus arrived. But it does seem striking that it's not very off this earth. It seems more understandable that Jesus, claiming to be the greatest and the King of Kings, was not possessed. He didn't cast out demons by the power of Lucifer. The Holy Spirit is true and good. Don't lie about the Holy Spirit, because blasphemy of the Holy Spirit, Jesus taught it would not be forgiven in this life or the next. And if you've ever had the Holy Spirit, you know the Spirit of truth does good. There are no demons that have been in the world, even Lucifer himself, who could heal the blind, because the negative, evil presence that has dwelled within the minds and hearts of men for thousands of years cannot do good. So Jesus was of the Creator. He is of the Creator. But he was a stepping stone. He was the part at the time to lead people to more truth, because humans are evolving, and because humans have desired greed and adultery and hatred of their neighbor, lies, gluttony, destruction of the planet they cannot leave unless they make peace with the planet and themselves. Or if in desperation they flee because the planet has been depleted of the life source. Jesus isn't the last. That's what you need to get.